People may be confused on how to get to the event area. I seem to be able to follow this candy cane path only to figure out it leads to nowhere. But really all you gotta do is look at that fourth slot and click the item. And you're here. But yeah, we're in the Fischmas event right now. Of course there is this new island that they added, but they have added a lot more than just that. We can start with this island first though, the Snow Globe Island. Absolutely everything you catch here is going to be a limited fish. Unless you use wormhole, of course. But with the Halloween event, there are some event fish that are rarer than others. Specifically, the rarest in this event is gonna be the North Star Serpent. I got one in my inventory I can show you. It's gonna look like this. Now the model's pretty cool, and the rarity is even cooler. Well, not in that it's cool to have something that rare, but it just makes it pretty unique. A big thing about it is its negative progress speed. It is the new highest at negative 90%. North Star Serpent's the new hardest to catch, at least in length of time. Everything else here is pretty common. Now they also added new limited rods. One of them you actually can't get anymore. It was from a code that expired in 24 hours when the update came. The other you can easily purchase from a house at the start of the island. It's this rod right here, the candy cane rod. It does have pretty bad stats, but every fish you catch has a 10% chance to be festive, which is a limited mutation. There is a third and last rod that they added this event, the Krampus rod. This rod is pretty weird, and there is a reason I haven't enchanted it. Yeah, as you might have seen in the description, every 10 fish you catch awards you with a random buff. Seems the only two buffs it can give you are luck and lure speed, but it gives you lure 5 or luck 5. And if you manage to catch 10 more fish before a buff ends, the time does stack. It's actually a decent rod stat-wise as well. I mean, it does have infinite max kg. Control is also pretty good at 0.15. Only bad things about it are probably the lure speed and luck. Also, maybe the resilience. It's only 8%. Let me try to catch 10 fish and see which buff I get. I better hope I don't hook that serpent I was talking about, because I doubt I can catch it with this rod. See, there we go. Luck 5 for 3 minutes. I don't see this as a viable rod in any sort of way, but it is pretty cool. It's passive. I should probably say the obtainment method for this rod. You do craft it. Recipe is 1 festive driftwood, 1 magic thread, and 3 icicles. Icicles you can get here for basically trash rarity. Allegedly the level requirement is 150 as well. Not too bad. You can easily get festive driftwood from appraising as well. Okay, gonna move on from this rod and get into the rod changes. First up is Rod of the Forgotten Fang. Now I spoke about how bad the rod was last update when they nerfed it to like 15 lure speed. It's definitely had a glow up since now it has 78 lure speed. Luck, control, resilience were also changed, but they matter significantly less. This rod is now seen as the best, well, sort of best money grinding rod. Even better than the no life rod now, which also got changes. The passive is still non-functional, at least in the way that it isn't matching up with what it says in the description. Second rod that got changes is Rod of the Eternal King. Main changes were the lure speed, I think, luck, control. The absolute biggest change was this passive. All this before is not different, but this, all fish have a 20% chance to be greedy. Greedy is a new mutation you can get on fish, and it gives ×4 money, which is the same as nuclear. And if you're wondering why mine does not look like it did in my tool inventory, it's because I have a skin on it. Yes, they did add skins. That added passive is a main factor in what makes this rod so good. Here we go. So it emits rays of light and also colors whatever the fish is, or cookie in this case, yellow, and makes it neon. That'll sell for 4 times its original value now. Might as well show no life rod even though it got minimal changes. Other than the model is pretty sick now actually. The stats were changed to make it not so overwhelmingly overpowered compared to the other 2 rods, Rod of the Forgotten Fang and Rod of the Eternal King. Really the biggest thing that changed was the control, which decreased by 0.02. Luck increased by 5%, which is barely noticeable, and I think resilience changed like by 5%, but in essence it's still the same rod. And I should also make note of Clever, which got a buff. Instead of ×2 XP, it's ×2.25. Other than that, not too many big things were added. I think there's going to be more added to this event when the Roblox event goes live tomorrow at the time of recording this, and today at the time of uploading this. But I'll see you all until next time.